Hello everyone. Today we're going to make some vegan lentil burgers. To make the burgers, we're going to use 2 1/4 cups of lentils, 2 1/4 cups of walnuts, 1 1/3 cups of breadcrumbs, or we're using a combination of breadcrumbs and wheat germ. We like to use the wheat germ because it has a little less sodium and a little more protein in it. You're going to use 3 teaspoons of ground cumin, 6 teaspoons of ground coriander, 3/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. You're going to use 3 or 4 cloves of garlic minced, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of flaxseed, and 3/4 of a cup of water. So let's get started. First step in making the burgers is to take your lentils and you want to rinse them. And as you rinse them, you want to dig through and make sure you don't have any rocks or dirt clumps or anything in there that you don't really want to eat. So we're just going to give them a quick rinse, and as we're doing it, we're going to dig through them with our hands. And just try to look through them and make sure there's no foreign bodies in there. Then once you have them rinsed, they're ready to go to the stove.
In a large pot, you want to add your 2 1/4 cup of lentils. Add 4 1/2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, then reduce your heat to simmer for 25 minutes.
After you get your lentils started, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then take a baking dish, and we put foil on there because it makes it clean up easier. We're going to toast our walnuts. So we're just going to get them laid out in a single layer on our baking dish. Then we're going to put these in the oven for about 12 minutes or so until they're a little bit golden brown and crunchy. Okay, now we're going to make our flax eggs. It's going to be the glue that's going to hold our burgers together. We took our 3/4 of a cup of water, and I took it and put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to warm up the water. You can do that or heat it up some other fashion. And we're just going to mix our flaxseed into the water and give it a good stir with a little whisk, and then just set aside.
Once you've toasted your walnuts, it should look something like this. In a food processor, you want to add your toasted walnuts. Once you've added your walnuts, you want to keep your baking dish and set this aside, because we're going to use that to bake the burgers later. Add your garlic, breadcrumbs, and all of your spices, which would include any no salt seasonings if you desire. And then we're going to cover this up and process. Now we're using a 16 cup food processor, and if you don't have that big of a food processor, you could probably do these in batches, which is perfectly fine. So our next step is to add our lentils that have been drained into the food processor. And add your olive oil. And cover this up. Process. Now, this doesn't need to be processed long. It's okay to leave some lentils in there, as long as it's generally combined, which it is. So we're going to transfer our lentil mixture into a large mixing bowl. Alright, now that we have our lentil mixture into a large mixing bowl, we're going to take our water and flaxseed mixture and mix it up real quick. And then we're going to add that into the mixture and mix it up.
After you have your flax eggs all mixed in and well combined with your lentil mixture, it's time to make the patties. We're just going to take a handful and using our hands to form it. We're going to pat it and kind of form it into a patty. We're going to place these on a baking dish. Our baking dish has been sprayed with non-stick cooking spray. After you get all your patties done, you're going to put these in the oven. You're going to cook them on each side for about 20 minutes each. Make sure they're a little browned on top before you turn them. Alright, our burgers have cooked for the first 20-minute section, or 20-minute session. We're going to take and flip them over. And they're getting a little crunchy on the side that was against the pan, which is what you want. And now we flipped them, we're going to put them back in the oven for another 20 or 25 minutes. We hope you enjoyed our video,
If you did, please subscribe.
and feel free to leave a comment below.
Or you can click on the videos from last week.
Bye!
Bye!